Hi, I'm Naz. I'm the Chief People Officer of Boost. Today I wanted to share a little bit of my own version of my leadership nugget. Through my experience, I grew up professionally in HR advisory, focusing a lot on talent management, succession management, leadership development, right? So from that learning, people always ask me, what do you look for in a leader? What makes a leader great? What makes a leader good? Right? And when we talk about a leader, we always look at the CEOs, the CXOs, the managing directors, the presidents, right? But every pocket in the organization, when you have been mandated with certain scope of responsibility, you are a leader in that capacity because you shape the thought processes, the way things run, you shape the orchestration of the people around you. You probably perhaps a certain scope of responsibility that you and you alone must deliver, right? So for me, when I see great leaders, those who perform above and beyond what is expected, right? These are the above average people. They can be performers, but sometimes performers is also perhaps contentious whether they can be categorized as a leader. Now, the way I see it, they always ask me, what are the traits that you need to have, right? Now, I can talk about common traits that they have, and I can talk also about some of the differentiating traits that only they have alone. Now, most leaders that I've had the privilege to work with, I see that they have quirks, something above the chart about them that makes them noticeable. Now, when I say quirks, right, in corporate environment, people typically look at personality assessment, behavioral assessment, cognitive assessment, motivation assessment. Now, the common thing that I see in terms of this assessment outcome in leaders, they typically have spikes, certain traits that stood out against the rest, where the other traits that they actually have is average. Now, why do you look for that quirks? The quirks must match what is required out of that leadership role. Now, I give you an example, right? If, let's say, you say, I am looking for someone who's outgoing, I'm looking for someone who's driven, I'm looking for someone who is altruistic, I'm looking for someone who is a lot more science inclination, with that science inclination, right? What you'll get is if everybody that you are looking for has the same set of traits, no one will stood out as a leader. Right? What you'll get is perhaps a group of people that share similar traits, right? But if you look at a leader in a differentiated way, because the key word here is this differentiation, right? They usually have certain strong cut about them. They are extremely a deep thinker, all right? They are extremely driven, meaning to say the moment they set their eyes on something, they would really pursue for it. They are highly skeptical, right? Because they question every single thing. In an environment whereby certain things are not well figured out yet, you need someone who's skeptical, who are able to question things. So there's no fixed traits that could define a leader in terms of bringing yourself into that playing field, right? But you should harness your strength. What you are good at, what you are really, really good at, make sure the environment that you choose fit what you can bring, right? That appreciate your kind of strength, right? That's one thing. But if you ask me, if you pester me, Nas, give me one trait lah. Give me one trait that is really, really a must in a leader. I'll say that most leaders that I came across, they have one common trait. They have courage. Right? They are very brave. They have courage, because when it comes to leadership, what comes to you is a lot of uncertainty, right? So you need courage to go through all those uncertainty. Everything else will fall into place.